Y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for stopping by. Y'all, we are clearly headed out in a boot. Look what a lovely day it is. So I'll tell you what, y'all go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans, and I will tell y'all why it's so exciting that it's such a lovely day. I know, y'all are thinking, well, because you live in the Northland, and it's summer in the Northland, and it's not raining, and it's not yucky, so it's nice that it's a lovely day. I mean, there's that, but y'all, the intern is off camping with his buddies. Now, if it wasn't a bunch of boys, I would say they're glamping, but since it's boys, I don't think you're allowed to say glamping. I just saw a popo go that way, so we got to remember not to speed, because if we get pulled over, we're going to get in trouble. So anyway, the intern's off glamping with the boys for the weekend. So it's Thursday as I am shooting this. By the time y'all, I get this done and edited and all up, it'll be Sunday when they will be dragging themselves home. So anyway, they're out. One of the fellas has a cabin in the woods over in Wisconsin, so they're off glamping in the woods doing boy things for the weekend, which now apparently, y'all remember in college, weekends it started on a Thursday night. Well, for the camping trip, which actually used to, I should stop air quoting, because it used to actually be a camping trip. They would, mother of dragons, car just almost backed into me. The camping trip, they used to, some of the boys used to bring tents, and the intern would take a Winnebago, and they would actually go in the, well, it was a campsite, but it was kind of in the woods. They would go camping, and it used to start on Friday. Well, then it started so it would go, they would start Friday so that they could set up for the weekend. Well, then I'm just going to air quote, that's going to be my thing this whole video. I'm just going to air quote all the things, except I'm getting a cramp in my finger already from air quoting so hard. Anyway, so they would go Friday to set up to camp for the weekend. Well, then they started going Thursday to set up so that they could camp Friday, Saturday, and then break down Sunday and come home. Well, then the buddy and his family bought the cabin over in Wisconsin, so then they started glamping at the cabin, but they were still going on Thursday, which I was like, well, there's no setting up. What you doing on Thursday? Oh, well, honey, you just don't understand. Okay, no, I do understand. I went to a Research One university. I know how a weekend starts on Thursday, go dogs. But anyway, it's like, all right, whatever, you go on and do your thing. So now the weekend starts on Wednesday, so they can be set up for Thursday to be, glamping by Friday, Saturday, and then, break down and come home on Sunday. But there's nothing to set up or whatever. Anyway, so the intern is off glamping. It's lovely out. It's nice. I'm glad. I hope they're having a good time. We got to do some running about. I'm watching my speed to make sure we don't get pulled over. Although that would make a cute video, but we don't need none of that. So I tell you what we're going to do. One, we got to go to the Dunkin' Donuts. Well, I do. Y'all don't need to go with me on all these things. I just wanted to check in, say, hey, see what's up with y'all, let y'all see this lovely Minnesota sunlight, and tell you what we're doing. So, one, we got to run to Dunkin' Donuts because y'all, so I'm almost out of coffee. I'm down to half a pound of coffee. And even though I am drinking less coffee than I was drinking, I'm still drinking a bunch of coffee. So we can't, especially, I told y'all it's Thursday, right? So we got the weekend coming up, which means early mornings, which means we need a lot of coffee. So we got to go to the Dunkin' Donuts and get coffee. And Joan, who is a great friend of the channel, asked me a question, and it got me thinking. So she asked about cottage cheese bowls. She said she was jumping on the cottage cheese bowl wagon and asked if I had suggestions for savory cottage cheese bowls. Well, my first thought was cottage cheese bowl wagon. Does she mean cottage cheese bandwagon? So she wants savory ways to eat cottage cheese? Y'all, that's how out of the loop I was on this whole cottage cheese bowl thing. So I did some research. I learned about cottage cheese bowls. So we're going to talk about cottage cheese bowls today. So I'm going to pick up some supplies. Y'all, I need to apologize. I think my lighting is awful right now because the sun is coming in and hitting y'all and not hitting me, so I apologize. Anyway, I'm gonna hurry this up and get out of here because I think I look really crazy right now. So I'm gonna run and get my coffee, my ground coffee, not like drinking coffee, because I don't need any more coffee today. But I'm gonna run and pick up my coffee at the Dunkin' Donuts, and then go and get groceries. I need to pick up some groceries so that we can make some cottage cheese bowls. Ooh, just ran a yellow light. So I'm gonna do that, go back to the house. I don't know if I will see y'all before I work out. I gotta work out, so we're gonna do cottage cheese bowls. I gotta work out, and then I found something that I wanna try. I'm gonna pick it up at the Walmart. So I know y'all are like, seriously, every single time you find something you wanna try. I know. Anyway, so we got to make cottage cheese bowls, we got to work out, and we got to try something. So I'm not sure the order in which we're going to do things. This grocery thing is not a haul. Like, I'm just going to pick up some stuff. So y'all probably won't even see those. I'll just show them to you as we make stuff with them. So let me do this. We'll get back to the house. I'll figure out what we're doing, and then I'll come back and we'll do some stuff. All right, so I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, y'all, so we made it home. I got the things. I got my coffee, got the groceries, got them put up, and I have cooked some stuff that we can now put together to make some cottage cheese bowls. But let's talk a little bit first. First of all, why are we making cottage cheese bowls? So it has come to my attention that not everybody is a fan of Greek yogurt. I know, blasphemy. Y'all know I eat literally pounds of Greek yogurt a week, but not everybody likes Greek yogurt, and I get it, because there's that like Greek yogurtness to Greek yogurt, and we add things to our Greek yogurt to sort of get past that, but some people just don't like it, and I get it. So cottage cheese is a good alternative to Greek yogurt if you're trying to make sort of high bulk, low cal, low points, high calcium, high protein dishes. Use cottage cheese instead of your Greek yogurt. So you can do like cottage cheese with fruit, those kind of things that we do. So it seems like the going wisdom with cottage cheese bowls is you can either do sweet bowls or savory bowls. And for the sweet bowls, I feel like you can kind of do what we do with Greek yogurt and just do cottage cheese instead. So I think I'm going to stay away from those, and I'm going to focus on the savory bowls, because I think maybe those are the combinations that are a little bit less just naturally intuitive. So first, let's talk about some specific benefits of cottage cheese. Then let's talk about some things we can put together into cottage cheese bowls. So like I said, cottage cheese is, of course, well, there are different types of cottage cheese, right? You can get low fat, 1%, 2%, full on, like regular old full fat. I don't even know what they call it, but like full fat cottage cheese. Jesus, that scared me. Y'all, excuse me 1 second. Sorry, y'all, I had to take a quick phone call. So I'm not sure where I was. I think I was talking about the benefits of cottage cheese. So we talked about how there are different fats, right? Fat-free cottage cheese, 1%, 2%, full-fat cottage cheese, which I know has a nicer name. There's large curd and small curd, which I think I always get small curd. But let's talk about the health benefits of cottage cheese. So we talked about it's high in calcium, of course, protein, low in carbs. But along with being a great source of calcium, it's also a good source of phosphorus and some of the Bs. You get B12 and riboflavin, which is B2. I think it's one of the other Bs. I think it's B2. And that can help with your metabolism, converting food into energy. So it might be a good idea for us to up our intake of cottage cheese. So let's talk about some things we can put together into cottage cheese bowls. Now, I'm not going to make like full-on, like full-size cottage cheese bowls for all of these, because y'all, it's going to be a lot of food. But most of the recipes that I read, the amount of cottage cheese is a half a cup. And I'm going to do 3 or 4, maybe 5 of these, and that's a lot. So I'm just going to make like small portions of each of these just to kind of see what we think of them. And like I think I said, there was a question about some ideas for savory cottage cheese bowls. I think it was for breakfast. So I want to start with a scrambled egg cottage cheese bowl because I think it looks interesting. So I scrambled some eggs. I scrambled an egg. I scrambled an egg. Apparently I've forgotten how to speak English. So I'm going to put just a little bit of cottage cheese. That's probably half a cup of cottage cheese anyway. I'm going to put half a cup of cottage cheese in here. And my scrambled egg, which, y'all, you can use any old kind of egg. You can, if I were doing this for breakfast on the fly, I would probably use a boiled egg and just slice it up. But there's my scrambled egg, and I salt and peppered it well. And now I'm going to put in some avocado. Some cucumber. And it doesn't call for this, but y'all, I'm so excited to try this. So y'all know that I've been doing the, like, cooking my, when I want, good Lord, make a sentence. When I want sausage, I've been sauteing my ground turkey and just seasoning it like sausage. And folks in the chat are like, dude, just suck it up and buy some dang sausage. There are good sausage options out there. So I got, I mean, they're not that mean. They didn't tell me to suck it up, but so I got chicken apple sausage, or chicken sausage, apple flavored chicken sausage. And these are about 5 points per link, but that's all right. Like, they're good hearty sausages. So I want to try it in my breakfast, in my scrambled egg breakfast cottage cheese bowl. So there's all that. Now, there are lots of things you can season your cottage cheese bowl with. I'm going to use the anything but the kitchen sink. No. I'm obsessed with anything but the kitchen sink. Anything but the bagel seasoning. Is it everything but the bagel? Everything but the bagel seasoning. Because I think this is fun. So there's my bowl. You know what? I'm going to salt and pepper this too because it has avocado in it. And avocado always needs salt. And salt always needs pepper. You know what else is really good on avocado that I just learned? Soy sauce, which I'm not going to put in here, but we might do that somewhere else. So, all right, let's give this a try. No idea how this is going to, first of all, I don't know how this is going to taste. And I'm not sure how to, I'm going to get like a humongous bite of this, y'all. Don't judge me. Because I don't want to eat a whole lot, but I want to get the flavors. So, and look, so I have, just so y'all can see, I have egg and sausage and avocado and cottage cheese. Let me get a little cucumber on here. I have all the flavors. I have all the flavors on a spoon. Here we go. That's good. That is good. Now, like I said, I'm doing small portions because I want to try a bunch of different ones of these. That is really good. That, y'all, this seasoning, which I'm inevitably not going to correct myself. When I say anything but the kitchen sink seasoning, this is what I'm going to mean. Everything, this is actual legit Trader Joe's, everything but the bagel. But I think you can probably get like bootleg everything but the bagel. This is really good. So that's good. What was I saying? I'm making small portions because I don't want to fill myself up because y'all, here's the deal. I think I told you in the car that I'm going to work out. I don't want to say I've done something to my back because I think that's an overstatement, but I've tweaked my back some kind of how in my lower back. So it started I told the intern like a week and a half ago that, you know, like the tops, like where your hips curve. Well, the tops of my hips, from the tops of my hips to like the tops of my thighs, like that whole region was killing me. Like a week and a half ago, like I could not get comfortable, couldn't lay down, like every time I rolled over in the bed, I would like wake myself up. It hurt so bad. So sorry, now I have everything but the bagel in my teeth. So that's finally calmed down. My hips don't hurt as much. I've been stretching, but now my lower back hurts. So I took some Advil and I stretched a little bit when I got home. I just did some pigeon stretch and I feel better. So now I'm like, oh, I can lift weights. But y'all know the intern's out of town. So if I go, I was gonna start that, either the arms with Tunde, that whole 4-week thing, or do that which doesn't kill you, makes you stronger workout, either one of those. Which I don't need to do if my back is hurting. Because if I end up, y'all know the intern's out of town. So if I end up on the couch all stove up, can't move, sitting on the heating pad all weekend, there's nobody for me to whine to about it because the intern is in Wisconsin. So I'm going to be responsible. I'm going to finish doing this. and then I'm going to do some yoga. I'm going to stretch out. I'm going to be chill. So the point of all that was, I don't want to eat like 9 big bowls of cottage cheese and then try to do something, because that would be a mistake, like work out or something, because that would be a mistake. So I know that was a very, very long story to tell, just to tell you that I'm eating small portions of stuff, but that you could very easily. So obviously, did I even tell y'all that I'm using 1% milk fat cottage cheese? Just because y'all know that the fat-free cottage cheese is from the grocery store up the hill and I didn't go there. You could, if you use fat-free cottage cheese, you can use a lot of it. And I think like at some point when you get way into it, it starts adding points, but it doesn't start adding points until you have a lot of it. So you can add more cottage cheese. You can obviously add more cucumbers. Avocado has points. You can add more egg, and the sausage has points. So if you want to bulk this up, you can simply add the things that don't have points, or add the things that are lower in points, or just add the things that have points and count the points. If you want the big old bowl, just calculate the points into your plan for the day. So y'all, this is good. So we're going to check this off as I think, a good savory option for breakfast. All right, so that was a good breakfast option. Here's another one that I think might work for breakfast. So again, we're going to start with a dollop of cream cheese. Nope, I knew I was going to do that. I knew at some point I was going to call cottage cheese cream cheese. Y'all just correct me in your heads. Cottage cheese. So dollop of cottage cheese and some imitation crab meat. Y'all know. Y'all know, I love me some imitation crab meat. Now, gonna add some cucumber. Some avocado. Some everything but the bagel. And this one calls for sriracha hot sauce. Y'all know I am a fan of Diamond Dust and Poirier's Louisiana hot sauce, so I'm going to use this one. And you just put in a little bit. Ooh, I just put in too much. I feel like this one you have to mix up because of the hot sauce. I'm a tiny touch nervous right now. I think my face might melt. Let's go. No, that's not good at all. I'm gonna add some salt. Oh, it's hot and not good. That's better, but not great. Maybe I shouldn't have mixed it up. That one's not my favorite. I was really hoping it was going to be good, but it's not fabulous. I mean, it's not awful, but it's not great. So the egg one is still really good though. So let's set those aside. Let's do another traditional breakfasty one. So we'll do some cottage cheese, go back to the sausage. That seemed to work well. Do some sausage. Put some bell pepper in this one. Now, I just have raw bell pepper. But if you have like roasted bell pepper, or like if you cooked bell pepper for dinner last night, you can use that in here. That would be really tasty. Some tomato. And some cucumber. Very tempted to throw some avocado in here, but I'm not going to. Some salt, pepper. Oh, you know what? This calls for pistachios. You know what I'm going to put in? Some almonds. All right, I'm not mixing this one up because I don't know if that wasn't a bad idea on that last one that I mixed up. So I'm going to get a bite with a bunch of pieces. I'm going to get some sausage, cucumber, some tomato, some pepper. Oh, look, there's a there's a stray piece of imitation crab meat in there. I'm not going to eat that one. I think I got all the pieces in this bite. And we're going in. That's very good. Very, very good. I might put a little bit more seasoning on it. Did I put bagel seasoning on this? I meant to. I think I might have gotten distracted by the almonds. I just grabbed the crab meat. That's okay. Oh yeah, it's good. I have an idea that I'm not going to make because I'm just not going to like put all these things together, but I found a burrito bowl and it's all the things you expect. It's beans, corn, tomatoes, meat. So whatever your meat of choice is, turkey, chicken, you can even do like a lean ground beef and salsa over some cottage cheese. Y'all, that would be so good. But like I said, I'm just not going to, I have all this stuff out. I'm not going to drag out all those other things too, but that would be really good. That'd be a good lunch. I don't know about that one for breakfast, but for lunch, that would be really good. All right, let's try one more. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know if I saw this somewhere, if I just made it up outside my own head. I have a student that I teach math to, and sometimes he does math that I've literally never seen before. And I'll ask him, did somebody teach you that, or did you make that up out of your own head? And he'll say, oh, no, I made that up outside my own head. So I don't know if I saw this somewhere, if I made it up outside my own head, but we're going to try some cottage cheese, some ground turkey. And of course, we can use a bunch of ground turkey because ain't no points in that. Some tomato, some avocado, and y'all, this looks so good. I'm nervous to even experiment with this. I'm gonna put in some salt, and I want to try, y'all judge me if this goes wrong, some balsamic vinegar, not vinaigrette, just vinegar. White balsamic vinegar, which I never ever use because, oh, it smells so good because it has points, but I love me some good balsamic. So I shouldn't measure it because it has points, but I'm not gonna, because I'm not putting much on there. And you know what? I'm gonna put, did I say this before that soy sauce on avocado is like my new obsession? One of my students told me about it. His family, his dad is from Taiwan, and that's how his dad feeds him avocado. So I was like, oh, that's intriguing. I tried it one day and I was sold. All right, here we go. This might be totally gross. It smells so good. I put kind of a lot of vinegar on it. Oh, it's so good, y'all. Oh, so good. Needs a little bit more salt. I bet bacon would be really good in there too. My friend Lisa is not a fan of Greek yogurt, and she's like, how can I eat Greek yogurt? Use cottage cheese instead. Here's how you can eat Greek yogurt. That's it. Oh, it's so good. Okay. Now that I've embarrassed myself by shoveling that in my face hole, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna digest my food a little bit. I'm gonna go do that yoga and stretch out my back. And then, y'all, I have something fun for us to try. So let me get this cleaned up. Let me do that, and I'll be back, and we'll try something fun.
I wish I could leave my skin behind in this old rented room. Float my way across the great divide and be buried in you. I've been looking far and wide for what I gotta prove, and putting peaks in my rear view. Well, it's colder here than anyone told me the South could get, and I took to staying up real late and smoking cigarettes. The cheap tobacco burns the way that bridge between us did, and I'm left looking at the glowing ends. But am I too far gone to be running home? 'Cause I'm longing tonight to be somewhere across that great divide. I wish I could take the hands of time and turn them in reverse. I'd take back every long goodbye with venom in my words. The only way to being found is getting lost at first, but all I find are more bridges to burn. So am I too far gone to be?
All right, y'all, I'm all bendy and stretchy now after that yoga workout. Let me show you what I did. Remember last week we made cupcakes for the intern's birthday, and I used that weird, what was it, skinny buttermilk vanilla or skinny vanilla buttermilk cake recipe? And I said it was okay, good, but didn't seem sweet enough. I was intrigued. So I made it again, but instead of just, so remember when I first made it, I used 1/3 of a cup or whatever it called for of monk fruit sweetener. Well, this time I doubled the sweetener. So did I tell you, did I say I made it again? I made it again, but I doubled the sweetener. So I used 1/3 of a cup of monk fruit sweetener, or a 1/4 cup, whatever it called for. But then that same amount of regular, I use coconut palm sugar. But I mean, it's really just regular sugar. Like, it's only a tiny bit less pointage than regular sugar. But so here's, I made them too big, so they like overflowed onto each other on the pan. But it's still, I made the little like one bite things. And y'all, I swear I recalculated the points, and it's still only 1 point, even with that regular sugar in it, because it's so little sugar for the whole recipe. So remember when we tried them last week? I didn't let them cool all the way. Once they cool, they're actually like really pretty cake-like. They're pretty good. So this is kind of sticky. Like I'm noticing as I'm messing with it. Let me try this, and then I'm going to show y'all what we're doing. Oh yeah, that's good. It's still a little weird. It's still a little spongy, but it's good. Now, I found this at the Walmart. I may well be the last person to discover this, but 0 sugar Pillsbury frosting. I got vanilla and chocolate. And y'all better best believe, I just dropped my vanilla one face down on the towel, but y'all better best believe I'm gonna try this. So it's got, it's not artificial sweetener, it's stevia. That's not bad. I think it's 3 points for 2 tablespoons. Y'all, 2 tablespoons of this would be a lot. Like a lot. Oh, and I put kind of a lot on that little cupcake. It definitely has a vanilla taste to it. It's got some kind of thing like y'all know how stevia is. It's not an artificial sweetener taste, but it's a little bit of something, but it's not bad at all. It's pretty sweet, but I thought it would be good on these little cupcakes because like they're sweeter than they were when I first made them, obviously, because it's twice the sweetener. But they're not very sweet. They're not like as sweet as a regular vanilla cupcake would be. Oh, that chocolate's good, y'all. That's good. You might could get away with this, like if you got youngins that you're making cake for or something and you don't want to give them like full-on sugar, you could get away with this for sure. Now with grown folks, I'm not sure so much. The vanilla's okay, the chocolate is good. That's a winner right there. Chocolate fudge, that's why it's so good. And it's still 100. I was like, that's going to be like 900 calories. No, it's 100 calories. I don't know why. Y'all, I always feel I need to show y'all stuff when I tell you it. 100 calories for 2 tablespoons. And I'm still talking with my mouth full. I bet my mama stopped watching this video like 7 minutes in. Like, that child is talking with her mouth full. Click. Turn me off. I don't blame her. I know better. So yeah, this is good. So it's, I believe, y'all, I am a mess. Look at my hands. Like I've been rolling around in the dirt. I need to just go take a bath is what I need to do. This is what happens when the intern is out of town. I go hog wild. I'm going to eat icing straight out the jar. No, I'm not. So this is really good. This is good. This is really good. But I mean, ain't that the way of the world? Vanilla's good. Chocolate's really good. So I believe it is 3 points for 2 tablespoons for either one of these. So yeah, that's a way bigger winner than that weird cream cheese yogurt junk I tried to make last week. That was not a winner. That was an also ran. This is a winner. Anyway, what's wrong with me? Let me get out of here, y'all. So cottage cheese bowls. Who's eating those things? Are y'all eating cottage cheese bowls? I think I might try to... Now, I'm not going to come off my Greek yogurt. Y'all know that. But I might try to work those into my diet and see what they do for my metabolism. See if, I don't know, if I have more energy or something. Let us know in the comments. Are y'all eating those? And if so, give us some suggestions for what kind of combinations of things you use in your sweet or savory cottage cheese bowls. Let us know in the comments. Y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you made it this far, we are most definitely friends. So go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you can keep up with the shenanigans. I upload food and fitness videos at the beginning of every week with some book videos sprinkled in between. See you on the next one.